Game on here, and it is the big day today. The first semi-final coming out of Manchester, and it is going to be New Zealand clashing with India. We do have a little bit of a weather situation, which will clarify as the time goes along. लेकिन इससे पहले कि हम आगे कोई बात करें, break business at hand, and Lancy, let me start off with you. New Zealand, too much dependence on Kane Williamson. Will that work today? I don't think so.
Well, there's players there that are up for a big game. A guy like Martin Guptill has got a lot to prove, and he gets in, gets a big 100, and all's forgiven, for him. And he's done that. He's done that in big games as well. But yes, Kane Williamson has been the rock really that has got them from a batting point of view to where they are. I think they've been extremely solid with the ball. They've been able to take wickets in the middle period as well.
With Ferguson, though.
Yes.
And because Ferguson was missing that game, and you could see the difference.
I have no doubt that he'll be fit today. I think if the last game against India was a World Cup semi-final, Ferguson would have played.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll see him today, and he adds a lot. But yes, a little bit of over-dependence. So New Zealand are going to have to stand tall. Their big players, their big name players, are going to have to stand up. Ross Taylor, Martin Guptill, they're going to have to get stuck in there and help Williamson. Williamson gets out early, even more pressure on those other guys to put a score on the board. So yes, they have, but they're a decent team, and as Mohsen keeps saying, they're not a team of stars, but what they achieve as a team is kind of more than what you see on paper.
Absolutely. Shoaib, talk is that Chahal might be bought in for India. And then, I don't know, maybe Kuldeep Yadav goes out, or I think the other, Jadav, he goes out. But also, we didn't see Shami in the last game. Mohammad Shami was missing. Rested him. So does he come in, and who goes out? I mean, what do you think?
He comes in, the biggest debate is rather to bring Ravindra Jadeja into the side and dropping Kuldeep Yadav.
Yes.
If you ask me, I think Virat Kohli is looking to play Kuldeep Yadav and Chahal. That is, I think, as far as
that's the captain's preference.
That's the captain's preference.
And that's what they've built their team on.
Yes.
Over a couple of years, 100%.
But looking at Jadeja, I think he adds more value at the number 7 as a batsman. At the same time, he bowls much through quicker in the air. He is more like of Ahmad team, but at the same time, he turns the ball. So now their biggest debate is that kisko drop kiya jaye. So I really think that Kuldeep is getting dropped.
Okay.
I really think. ये मुझे खबरें मिल रही हैं, हिंदुस्तान से भी मिल रही हैं, तो यही चाह रहे हैं कि जडेजा और चहल दोनों ये खेलें. अब डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कैप्टनसी प्रेफरेंसेस, जो पता नहीं क्या करती है, विकेट क्या देखती है. विकेट कैन बी डिसीविंग. येट अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू कि ये हमने सारा तकरीबन डेढ़ महीना हमने देखा है सारा. अब मसला ये है कि अभी करेंगे क्या, क्योंकि वेरी कॉशियसली दे नीड टू सिलेक्ट द टीम, वेरी कॉशियसली, बेरिंग दैट इन माइंड. कितने लेफ्ट हैंडर्स हैं, बेरिंग दैट इन माइंड, कितने राइट हैंडर्स हैं, जडेजा किस नंबरों पे बॉलिंग करता है, कंटेनर्स पे आता है, विकेट लेता है, मिडिल के ओवर करता है. शामी हैज टू कम इन राइट फ्रॉम द वर्ड गो. एनीवेज, नाउ ही वाज रेस्टेड, हिज लेग्स मस्ट बी फ्रेश. और डेप्थ बॉलिंग में याद रखिए शामी और बुमराह को तो निकाल देना. बुमराह इज एक्सेप्शन.
Yeah.
He knows what to do with the older ball. He absolutely knows what to do. Now, actually, the debate was on the Bhuvi. Bhuvi actually is not a bad ball depth, but bearing that in mind, Shami's got the hat trick, and he was bowling at the depth. And in those तीनों में से भी कौन आखिर bowling करता, because he distributing those overs in the big semi-finals. It is very important. So आज the test of the captaincy of Virat Kohli is going to come into play, because 1.3 billion people are hoping when the semi-final is the pressure on India than on New Zealand. New Zealand has the reputation, they have to rectify it. यार कि नहीं हम जीत सकते हैं, we can qualify. We did that in 2015. We're going to do that again by winning this World Cup, by qualifying the final and winning the World Cup. But looking at the captain body language of Indian captain, looks very relaxed. Looks very relaxed. He is, for the first time I've seen him for last 2 months. He looked good. He looked relaxed. His bowling changes were good. And now the biggest question in this tournament was Virat Kohli's 100.
Yeah, hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't
Where is
happened.
it?
So today is the day or not?
That is going to be the question. Will today be the day or not?
Let's hopefully, just to add to those selection issues, let's hope that the dimensions of the field
Oh yeah.
don't influence selection.
Oh
We've
yeah, because
seen
that's
that.
happened before.
You
You
started
are
it. Mohsin bhai. He started it.
Yeah, the dimension.
I didn't. They started it.
They started it. Actually, they did. They did. Most of me, ये कितनी जबरदस्त बात नहीं है. I mean, how good is this for India? That their bench strength is so strong that their debate is they can't figure out who to leave and who to bring in. It's quite a great thing to have.
Well, the credit goes to the cricket board, the setup. उन्होंने अपना 18-20 प्लेयर ऐसे तगड़े बना के रखे कि उनको बेंच स्ट्रेंथ पे यहाँ 4 पे. अब देखिए कोई भी हुआ उसका रिप्लेसमेंट कितना जबरदस्त आ गया. तो दे हैव गॉट दिस थिंग वेरी मच इन माइंड एंड दैट इज वाई दे आर गोइंग विद डेफिनेट प्लान्स. 7 बैट्समैनों के साथ खेलेंगे. एक तुमने रन्स करने, तुमने आउट करने. बॉलिंग में उनके पास बड़ी अच्छी चॉइस है. बुमराह की, भुवनेश्वर की, शामी की, तीनों. और फिर हार्दिक पांड्या का जबरदस्त सपोर्ट है मीडियम पेसर्स में. टॉप की उनके पास बॉलर्स हैं, टॉप के स्पिनर्स हैं. अब शोएब जो बात कर रहे थे उसका अपना बिल्कुल पॉइंट सही है, लेकिन मैं कह रहा हूँ हॉर्सेस फॉर द कोर्सेस. नाउ विच टीम दे आर प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट, पिच क्या डिमांड कर रही है. और न्यूजीलैंडर्स आर नॉट वेरी गुड अगेंस्ट स्पिनर्स. तो कुलदीप यादव, चाहल दोनों ट्रम्प कार्ड हो सकते हैं. तो ये आई थिंक. और इनकी टीम मैनेजमेंट, कैप्टन, द कोच एंड एवरीथिंग, दे थिंक अलाइक. They think according to the situation which is required.
They're on the same page.
The same page हम कह सकते हैं बिल्कुल. लेकिन और थॉट्स बड़ा काउंट करती हैं. फखरे आलम के एक दूसरे के साथ मिलेंगे भाई. और सीधी सी बात है, horses for the courses, कि आज डिमांड क्या कर रहा है.
Perfect. Horses for the courses.
Yes, that's what.
How about we go and take a look at the course today, so that then we can talk about the horses and what team selection should be. दोस्तों लेकर चलते हैं आपको Old Trafford, Manchester for the pitch report.
But he's actually right.
Ow! Oh, ouch.
He's
Okay.
actually right. But again, semi-finals, it's a bit, these New Zealand will be up for it. They've had a lot of bites at this cherry, and as Shoaib said earlier, I'm sure they've got a score to settle with the World Cup and to get through, and not just to get to a final, to win a final. They've got a mountain to climb, but everybody doesn't matter what's happened in this competition. Everybody starts from zero
Yeah.
in this big game.
Yeah, it is the semi-final after all, and New Zealand are the semi-finalists. Mohsin bhai, horses for the courses. What do you think about that course, and what about those boundaries?
Boundaries, that day I was reading कि minimum 60 on a bigger ground.
Yeah.
और 90 से ऊपर ना हो. तो शुक्र है आज तो minimum जो है वो 60 है और 90 के अंदर है. So that's one good thing about it. And Old Trafford is a big ground.
Yeah.
जो मैं कहता हूँ जहाँ problem है, Headingley है, Lords है, okay, you have a problem there because the size of the ground is not big. But जो big grounds हैं उधर वो होना चाहिए. So that's one good thing. Horses for the courses, it looks a beautiful track. लेकिन the north of England carries heavy weather. ठीक है, ओवरकास्ट भी है, स्विंग करेगा बॉल. और उसने, अगर आप मुझसे पूछें, अगर मैं कैप्टन हूँ टीम में, तो मैं टॉस जीत के सीधा बैटिंग पे जाऊँ. ठीक है, बैटिंग पे, कि मैं जाके 270-280 का टारगेट तो ज़रूर लगाऊं कि दूसरी टीम को, बिकॉज पूरा दिन ये चेंज होने वाला नहीं है मुझे लगता है. लेकिन न्यूजीलैंड, क्या वो जो उसने बात एक सही कही मंजरे कर रहे हैं कि अपने मीडियम पेसर से उनका ठीक ठाक उनका अटैक है. बोल्ट, हेनरी एंड लॉकी फर्ग्यूसन probably will play. So they will try to gamble on one thing कि let's get them some of their top batting order early on और उसको फिर हम मतलब कंट्रोल कर लें 250 के अंदर. और 250 के अंदर न्यूजीलैंड has got a very good chance. उसके बाद मुश्किल हो जाएगा.
All right, and very good that you bring that up, because Shoaib, that's what you've been saying, not since this beginning of the show, but before, earlier today on your YouTube channel as well. You said that if New Zealand want to get going in this game, maybe they should win the toss and elect to bowl first.
You see, when you're climbing the summit,
Yeah.
you got to take one step at a time, because summit isn't going nowhere.
Beautiful, man. Wow, that's so profound. That is so profound. Well done. Wow, that's really nicely said, man. That's nice.
And
Good.
now the World Cup isn't going nowhere. So New Zealand have to think clearly about this. I'm going to say with a lot of convictions, New Zealand has to bat first.
Oh, so there it is.
Agreed.
Things have changed there drastically, ladies and gentlemen.
New Zealand has to bat first. Looking at the condition and the wicket I told you the conditions are very deceiving.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, it's very deceiving. I tell you right now that the batting track is a proper to bat on. You just hang in there. Just hang in there for some time. Just for some time. If Martin Gupton stays out there for good 20 overs, man, the game is over for India. Because this guy can runs with the great strike rate.
But Shoaib,
and at the same time, you know, the pressure of getting a close to 300 and chasing 300 in this big game with this bowling lineup with the New Zealand, I understand people are, I've said that the Indians are favorite, but with this bowling lineup,
it could be
chasing somewhere about close to 300, man, it seems like impossible to me. Because they're going to come all gun blazing.
Okay, but here's the thing. Firstly, we've been talking about Guptill.
So no, first thing we should talk about the toss.
Right. So the toss.
What is India going to do? Okay, ask your panelists.
I think India is going to go for the bat as well.
Guptill के लिए मैं एक बात जरूर कहूँगा. देखिए, Guptill has been struggling, and he's struggling on what? He's not having a short pitch problem.
Yeah.
He's not having an in-swinging problem. He's having all sorts of problems. You know, it's not just the bouncers. कि somebody is getting him out on bouncers. उसको इन स्विंग की भी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है और they've got a tremendous bowling attack, India pace attack. Bumrah, Bhumeshwar and Shami, whoever plays, and Hardik supported by Hardik. तो और दोनों की प्रॉब्लम देखिए, न्यूजीलैंड की बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है फकर. Both the opening batsmen are not scoring runs. It's not just one. Both are not scoring. On the other hand, अगर आप देखें, India is going great guns with the openers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, we've always said, and Nancy, I'll bring this to you, that...
नहीं, मैं सिर्फ Guptill के लिए एक बात ऐड करना चाह रहा हूँ. Then you can go to Lance if you don't mind. Guptill has to discipline himself. Guptill doesn't have to come out blazing guns. He has to play 50 overs. Make sure that I should stay on the pitch, and if he stays on the pitch, even for 40 overs, I tell you, he will give you 100.
Yeah, and to also take the pressure off Kane Williamson, because there's too much dependence on Kane Williamson. But let me ask you this, Nance. So every time we've said, hey, you know what, if you put up a big total for India on this wicket, it's slowing down and all that and everything. But then they come back and it looks like the wicket is playing totally differently. It's playing exactly, it's like the most beautiful batting track. So even if New Zealand puts up, say, 300 runs today, is India not capable of chasing? I think they're very capable, and I don't think they're capable of.
What about the pressure?
It's a
of the
semi-final
required run rate, sir. That changes your game and the technique and the shot selection. All of a sudden, he knows what I'm talking about.
There's a lot at stake. I think the score on the board, it looks like a really good wicket, and you know the conditions in England change every day. You know, even Sanjay was saying last week it looked like the subcontinent with the sun out and used wickets, and now it looks, you know, totally different. So absolutely, I think scoreboard pressure in big games like this is, you know, you can't put your finger on it. It's just there. But you know, the thing that I agree. I think the toss is quite important. I think I don't see the wicket spinning, but I see the pressure coming from the scoreboard. Not really from the surface.
Not from the surface, but from the scoreboard. Yes, Shoaib.
You got to take some pressure off the middle order of the New Zealand. But how are you going to do that? There's one guy needs to take responsibility. Imagine just Guptill go out bashing, annihilating the Indian bowling lineup. Then what? In the first 10 overs.
No, but
game on.
Yeah,
game is on. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Then the India is going to be on the back foot right from the word go.
True.
Very true. You have to do that with the Indians because you have to take on Bumrah. You have to take on, if not Shami, then you have to take on the spinners. You say one guy after another comes and attack to take wickets. Absolutely. What if they score 5, you know, after 5 overs they're scoring 60? Man, you put India right back on the back foot. Absolutely. So I think that's what I'm going to do. If I was the captain, ask captain to just unleash and let loose your arms. Literally. Because you're not in the form. If you try to hang in there, for me, I'm sorry, what I needed is your fiery innings. Just one guy.
That's true. That is true. Sir, break लेते हैं फिर उसके बाद इस पे गुफ्तगू करते हैं.
बस मैं एक आखिरी बात जुमला. It's a knockout game. Remember, वो qualifying rounds खत्म हो गए.
Yeah, it's gone now. It is do or die for everybody.
So Guptill has to give his 100% for 50 overs, not for 10 overs.
Yeah, it is now 4 teams that each one wants to win the next 2 games. Each team. It's, you know, but